First grade. Today we will be reading If You Were the Moon, written by Laura Purdy Salas and illustrated by Jamie Kim. Look at Jamie Kim's painting on the cover. Do you think this book is going to be fiction or nonfiction? How will we decide? As we begin reading, see if you can figure out whether you are learning facts, nonfiction, or hearing a story, fiction. Hello up there, Moon. I'm so tired. I wish I could do exactly nothing just like you. But I do so many things, child. And if you were me, you would too. If you were the moon, you would dot dot dot. Who was talking on this page? That's right, the moon. If you were the moon, you would hover near your mother. The word hover means to stay near and watch closely. So I'm inferring that the moon stays close to Earth because sometimes people call Earth Mother Earth. Wait, what are those words up in the corner? Discuss with your partner whether you think this book is fiction or nonfiction after we read these. Scientists believe the moon formed 4.5 billion years ago when a meteorite the size of Mars collided with the newly formed Earth. Rock from Earth and the meteorite splashed into space and the moon was born. If you were the moon, you would help her keep in balance. The Earth wobbles as it spins, but the moon's gravity, the force that pulls other things closer, reaches out like an invisible pair of hands to steady the Earth. Without the moon, Earth's wobble would be wilder. Extreme swings from scorching heat to frigid cold would destroy most life on our planet. You would spin like a twilight ballerina. The moon spins on its invisible axis, making a full turn every 27 days. It also circles around the Earth once every 27 days. Because it spins on its axis at the same speed that it circles the Earth, we always face the same part of the moon. We call the side that never faces Earth the dark side of the moon. You would play dodgeball with space rocks. The moon would not be good at dodgeball because it doesn't get out of the way of the meteorites crashing into it. All those collisions have pounded the top layer of the moon's crust into gray, powdery dust. Craters and dents hit its rocky surface. If you were the moon, you would hide in the shadows. The moon goes through different phases as it orbits the Earth each month. When the moon is between the Earth and the sun, we can't see it because the sun's light is hitting the part of the moon that we are not facing. We call this a new moon. How are the author and illustrator working together to teach us facts about the moon? Do the illustrations help you to better understand and remember the facts? If you were the moon, you would tease the Earth. Peekaboo! The moon appears to wax, emerge from darkness and grow to a full moon, and wane, to shrink from full moon back into darkness, every 29.5 days. The moon does not really grow and shrink. We just see different amounts of the moon, depending on the location of the sun, moon, and Earth. If you were the moon, you would catch and throw, catch and throw. At night, the moon seems to glow in the sky, but the moon is made of rock. Like the earth, it does not create any light. Instead, the moon catches light from the sun and throws it to earth. If you were the moon, you would challenge the ocean to a tug of war. The moon's gravity pulls on the earth. As that gravity tugs at our oceans, it creates high tides and low tides. Meanwhile, the earth's gravity also pulls on the moon. The moon has no oceans or tides, but scientists believe the earth's gravity pulling on the moon has caused thousands of small cracks and ridges in the moon's surface. If you were the moon, you would be a bright alarm clock to wake the night. As daylight fades, the night world awakens. Nocturnal animals rest during the day and hunt, feed, mate, and communicate at night. Owls and ocelots and hyenas and hamsters are just a few of our night world's nocturnal creatures. If you were the moon, you would light a pathway to the sea. When sea turtle eggs hatch on shore, the hatchlings instinctively scurry toward the brightest light. That is usually moonlight sparkling on the ocean, calling the tiny turtles to their home in the sea. If you were the moon, you would weave a spell over wanderers. The moon inspires artists all over the world. French composer Claude Debussy wrote Clair de Lune for piano. American poet Emily Dickinson wrote The Moon is Distant from the Sea. The Bali people of the Ivory Coast craft wooden moon masks for festivals. If you were the moon, you would wait for friends to visit again. Besides Earth, the moon is the only body in space Earthlings have walked on. 12 astronauts walked on the moon between 1969 and 1972. Neil Armstrong was the very first. Because the moon has no wind, their footprints will stay imprinted in the dusty surface for a million years or more. If you were the moon, you would whisper wisdom from the sky. For centuries, the moon has guided farmers. American growers used to plant, weed, and harvest crops during certain moon phases. In China, people still celebrate the fall harvest and eat moon cakes on the 15th day, a full moon, of the 8th lunar month. If you were the moon, you would sing Earth a silver lullaby. Thanks for listening to our story today. I have a couple questions for you before we go. One, what interesting facts did you learn about the moon? And two, is there something you are still wondering about the moon? I hope you enjoyed listening to If You Were the Moon. Have a great day!